Hello and welcome to my thoughts on Queen for One Less Day. If you haven't read it yet, you can click here and I'll read it for you. Alright, everyone ready? Let's go. So, we start off with Celestia and Luna chillin', discussing the plot of the story. Very convenient. Celestia's plan is to use a magical amulet to transform into a nobody and spy on the whole kingdom. But this transformation has the downside of locking her out of her magic, because she's a Pegasus now. Which is probably not a good plan. In hindsight, probably be a better idea to transform into a unicorn and then just use public transit. It's probably faster than flying anyway, but I mean that would ruin the story. I mean, I understand the concept of why she wants to do this, but can't she just send other ponies out to do this for her? Does she really have to scout the entire kingdom herself? Seems like a lot of work. The structure of why the story is occurring, very unstable. But that's just some know-it-all nitpicking. That stuff doesn't really matter, it's just funny to point out. Also, none of it's actually relevant to the plot, so that's probably why it doesn't make sense. Her little intelligence gathering mission is almost completely irrelevant. She really just needed to be in Ponyville with the necklace. So let's just skip ahead to when her necklace gets stolen by a little orphan girl named Scarlet, trying her best to survive in this crazy world. Ah yes, the magic of child abuse. Which, to be fair, this was not a plot twist I was expecting. So, the story totally glosses over this as it focuses on Scarlet, but Winter has serious abandonment issues. It's like all of his thoughts are whether or not Scarlet will decide to leave him today. I was afraid you weren't coming back. Sis, where'd you go? Will she come back? He will probably be traumatized for life. Meanwhile, Scarlet, who is now transformed due to the amulet, runs away before Shadowfall can whack her with a stick. One threat of child abuse later, and we're back with Celestia. Man, you know, all that child abuse stuff was too depressing. You know what we need? A hard cut to a funny scene with Twilight and Celestia. Man, what a good transition. Really brings out the humor as Twilight busts out the DSM. If you don't know what that is, it's just a big book of every single mental disorder. Which, surprise, apparently a new revision is coming out literally this month, March 2022. Wow, what timing. Anyway, enough goofing around, back to child abuse. Apparently the amulet is made with changeling magic, and it's like sucking the love out of Scarlet or
whatever gross thing it is that they do.
I don't really know what corrupting influences changelings have. Maybe just referring to Chrysalis's general corruption of the species as a whole. But TLDR, Scarlet's getting pissed. All she wants is to run away with Winter and start a new life. But that evil witch Shadowfall is holding him hostage. If you ever want to see your brother alive, give me the amulets! And I'm just like, no, stop threatening Winter!
He's already dead!
I know I shouldn't laugh at Winter's despair, but his only purpose in this story is to be a prop so Shadowfall can emotionally manipulate Scarlet. And it's just so sad. Just know I'm not laughing out of amusement. I'm laughing out of sorrow. Also, Celestia and Twilight are here, Starlight too, but no one cares. And Celestia gives a big speech about why child abuse is wrong. And then Scarlet takes off the amulet and gives it back to Celestia. And every pony lived happily ever after the end. Surely neither of these children have any residual trauma. So yeah, the story veered just a little bit away from the concept of Celestia going around Equestria listening to ponies. But you know what? This is probably a better story than that. Celestia takes away that she shouldn't have been transformed when she goes and talks to her subjects. But then again, if she wasn't wearing that amulet, she would not have met Scarlet, and Scarlet would still live in a shithole. So, probably not the right moral to this story. So this is a story concept I have seen a few times. Gotta say, did not expect it in My Little Pony. Gotta give props to Shadowfall. At least she just put them to work as thieves and not prostitutes or drug dealers. Like seriously, this story concept, very out of place for My Little Pony. I approve. And honestly, that's probably why I really can't stop laughing. They try to keep it so lighthearted. That just feels weird. Like, at one moment it's, well, I think Pinkie Pie is most fit to rule Equestria. Then smash cut to Scarlet, crying as she gets beaten with a stick because she didn't steal enough that day, all while her brother watches. I mean, Jesus Christ. Also, Tibbles is here. 10 out of 10. Best story. The only way it could get better is if the whole getting the amulet back and helping Scarlet thing wasn't Celestia's side mission here. Because don't forget, this isn't why she's in Ponyville. That's not how the story was set up. This is just a random B-plot occurrence. So maybe if they're going to abandon the plot immediately, they probably could have just done a better plot from the beginning, right? Also, I appreciate this Spike reference. Here are all of the visual edits I made. It is just this one, because I thought it was funnier. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until next time.